Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I've been away for about a month. Had other things come up and had to take care of those. Life gets in the way sometimes. So here we are back on this 1934 Emerson little tabletop radio. I did order the parts and I have them. Today we're going to work on this electrolytic capacitor. There it is, this dissected, and it's a 4-section. Tested this on my Heathkit IT11 capacitor checker, and it is completely defective. All sections are 100% leaky. Did not even get a good reading for leakage on the lowest voltage setting. So this is junk, as was expected. Okay. The capacitor mounts in here along this side of the chassis, and I felt that it would be a great idea to try to mount the new capacitors inside this box, which was a covering. I very carefully took the box apart with a razor blade knife, and it came apart pretty well. So my plan is to hot glue these new capacitors. Isn't it amazing how much smaller they are compared to the old one? And I'm going to run leads. I have pigtails already cut, and I'm going to run leads out of the box and connect it back in. So the sections, the capacitor, are in the power supply. Originally 16 microfarad at 150 volt, 8 microfarad at 150 volt. 5 microfarad at 25 volt and 5 microfarad at 25 volt. So the new ones are 8, let's see, what are these? 6.8 microfarad at 100 volt, 10 microfarad at 250 volts, and 20 microfarad at 400 volt. Okay, so this is the task at hand for today, and I'll get it put back in the radio. There are 2 other wax capacitors in there. I'm gonna take those out, replace them as well today while I've got the opportunity and the access. And I'll be back just shortly. Okay, I'm going to pause the video here. Okay, I added the pigtails onto the electrolytic capacitors, and I have hot glued them to the inside of the box, and they're really solid, very solid. I'm happy with this. So I'm going to run the wires out through the existing holes. I did open them up just a little bit more here and here, so on each end. So stand by. I'll be back, and I'm going to close the box up. I'm not going to stuff this box with any kind of foam or anything. They're pretty solid in there. So I'm just going to close up the box now. Okay, the box is closed up with some additional hot glue, and it looks great. I'm happy with it. I'm going to put some labels on it now, and be back in a moment. Okay, well, here is the end result, and I am happy with it. I left these pigtails on, so I'll put it back in circuit. As I noted before, We have these other old caps. There's a 0.01 down in there that sits beneath this electrolytic capacitor. I just replaced that. I wanted to show you all. This is a 0.01 at 200 volts. So I have my IT11 capacitor checker. So let's go to leakage. Okay, so at lowest voltage settings, pretty good. So let's crank it up. Oh, 15 volts. Well, let's discharge that again. And let's go to 15 volts. Is the eye gonna open? Doubtful. So this 200 volt rated 0.01 microfarad capacitor from 1934 is leaky, and I've ordered enough. I've ordered a complete complement. All these orange wax capacitors, mica mold. They're all coming out. Right? Let's see. Yeah, mica mold. So they're all coming out. They're all bad. My next video, I'm gonna put the electrolytic back in. I'm gonna take this 0.01 out and the 0.1 there that's sitting down in there. I'm gonna replace that, and I'm gonna think about bringing this up on a dim bulb. I'm a little reluctant to do that, considering how leaky this 200 volt rated capacitor is. So I also wanted to thank Larry and his comment there, Back to the Future Radios. Great channel, love it. Put the cardboard over the speaker. Great tip. Okay, we'll be back soon. Stand by. Okay, I've replaced all the capacitors. Here they are, the culprits, all bad. Replaced these, there were 3 of these rope type resistors. I've got a line cord on it, and I'm very happy with how the electrolytic capacitor went back in. The new caps are in the box. So I have my dim bulb tester here, and I've got my voltmeter on B+. So let me put that on its little stand, and we'll see. This is the first time I am powering it up, so let's see what happens. I've got it on 0. And I'll start bringing it up. Switch is on. Oh, what I wanted to do, I'll put my kilowatt device in, which is in this mess here somewhere. There we go. All right. All right, so let's see. Hope we don't get any smoke. Okay, we have 40 volts. Let's let it cook there just a bit. I'll bring it up slightly more. Let's see, make sure we don't get any smoke. Looking okay so far. Let's bring it up a little bit more. I've got no B+, no smoke, no lights. I'll bring it up to 65 volts. Still no B+. Oh, starting to get some action on B+. Bring it up a little bit more. No smoke. We are at 75 volts. I'll bring it up some more. Okay, we got a little glowing of the dim bulb. 86 volts. I'll bring it up more. Oh, I have one bulb glowing. The other bulb must be bad. All right, I only have 57 volts B+. Oh, there's something's alive. I hear a noise out of the speaker. Let's bring it up a little more. Surprised there's so much hum. Only got 78 volts B+. I've got the variac all the way up. I've got 105.7 volts. So something is not right here. I do slightly hear a station. Ah, forgot to connect the grid. Ah. I forgot to connect the grid of that tube. That was the 75 tube, which is the detector. Okay. Quite a bit of hum. I'm surprised. These are new capacitors.
Stepfather who died of
turned my light off.
And my uncle who suffered so much from prostate cancer. The number 15
okay.
years since Dr. Lederman's successful treatment of my
prostate cancer. The volume control is dirty.
Which is my PSA.
Quite a bit of hum. I'm surprised.
True disciples, student of the word, looking for the principles in order, secondly, to be sustained by the
volume control is very dirty.
Concentrate, asking God to bring to light from the Word of God and those truths.
Starts the motorboat.
1984 Broadway.
This is without an antenna. Let me put an antenna on this. Hold on. Okay, we have an antenna. And we have 106 volts on the DIN bulb. Variac is all the way up. And we only have 83 volts V+. Obviously the radio is working.
Up and down that the Yankees re-signed him, that manager who beats the rest of Major League Baseball better than every other manager this side of Dave Roberts?
So let me take it off the DIN bulb.
Yankee team that for 30 years hasn't finished under 500?
Take it off the DIN bulb. I do not have a DIN bulb bypass switch. I have to physically unscrew the DIN bulb and put in this little bypass. So let's try it now. We'll kick it back to 110 volts on the Variac. See what we got. 115. And we'll go with that for now.
Telling grown men they can cut their hair or shave their face.
Right,
it's not about, well, this particular guy looks terrible. It's not about the look. It's about whether or not it's an antiquated rule and infringing on team and players' rights in some way or another.
B+ is settling out.
And then I also agree with
volts.
the captain. 100% agree with the captain. And this is where we might get into standards of the New York Yankees. Because, again, I don't think it's going to impact them in major free agency. And that's why I think the Juan Soto fallacy. I heard Evan peddling this nonsense in the middle of the afternoon the other day.
No smoke.
In ordinary ways.
Have the ability to filter nitrogen from local waterways. They'll be set up from April until October in Long Beach Town Park in St. James.
I think we
the water of Stony Brook Harbor.
have a successful project.
Play a key role in spotlighting the need to fund oyster restoration efforts. Wins News Time 118.
Gonna let it run for a while. No smoke. I just got to change this one bulb out.
Or spider veins. And if you think this is just a cosmetic problem, think again.
And this volume control is very touchy.
Which can travel to other parts of your body. But here's the good news. Advanced medical vein treatment centers offers plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up.
So we'll have to come back to that.
800-809-7989. That's 800-809-7989.
So I'm gonna let this cook for a while.
You'll get free information. Free information
But
on how
everything
you can
looks
live your
good.
life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well.
Bought
Your
all
vein
new
problems will not
replacement
go away on their own,
resistors
and in time can lead
to replace
major health
those
issues.
original
Call Advanced
Bakelite
Medical
type
Vein today for
resistors
free information on fast and
I
easy
haven't
solutions
started
that are covered
that.
by most insurance plans. Medicare included.
This
Call
chassis,
800
I'll tell you,
809-7989.
this chassis
That's 800-809-7989 today.
pretty difficult
I'm
to
John
work in.
Riley, owner of Grasshoppers Comics. PSEG
It's
Long
very,
Island
very
Rebates
tight.
helped us to install new LED lighting and a
And
heat
this
pump
was
system.
not
Now I'm saving 20%
easy.
a year on my bill.
See what your business can
But we
save
have success.
at PSEGLINY.com
So, very happy with this.
/business rebates.
And I'm going to let it play for a
My
while.
good buddy Michael Barish from Barish and McGarry. They're the lawyers for the 9/11
And
community.
I'll
Michael,
provide
there
an
is a
update.
real
I'm going to
problem
start
for civilians in the 9/11
thinking
community.
about
That's right. They don't know that they're eligible for both the victim
what
compensation
I'm
fund
going to
and the
do
World
about
Trade Center Health
this
Program.
cabinet.
The 9/11 Notice Act makes it mandatory for companies to advise their former employees south of Canal Street
so
that they
gotta
are entitled to these
start thinking about the
benefits. And what should
cabinet
people
work
do if they have not
and go from
heard
there.
those
But the
former
radio
employees?
is
Reach
working.
out to us. Let us enroll you in
And
both
hopefully I
programs,
can
and
resolve
we'll reach
this
out to your
hum
companies
issue.
to make sure they know their obligation.
Okay.
We always talk about how you take this so
Take care.
personal.
Thanks.
They've
Have
now
a
laid
great day.
69
Thanks for
cases,
watching.
and we've lost 2 employees and